The pace.
Frequent covers on the challenges.
See if she can get Rhea in a little bit of a whirlwind.
Liv Morgan is WWE's most unpredictable star, and it's paying off. Liv Morgan isn't just another WWE champion. She's a problem. The kind that makes crowds boo louder. The kind that hijacks segments. The kind that gets exactly what she wants, even if it means wrecking the lives of everyone around her. The Liv Morgan Revenge Tour is running strong, and there's no end in sight. She's done waiting for WWE to believe in her. They gave her a couple of runs as a babyface, but let's be real, those weren't it. The crowd wanted to root for her, but it never felt real. She'd climb, she'd fall, rinse, repeat. WWE had her play the underdog so long, people forgot she could bite back. Now, she's all bite, no leash. The second she got back from injury, Liv Morgan went after Rhea Ripley. She didn't even wait for a match, just took a steel chair, went backstage, and wrecked her. A few months later, Ripley was injured for real and forced to vacate the Women's World Championship. Morgan took the title for herself. And now she's spending every week making Dominik Mysterio's life hell while Judgment Day watches in horror. This isn't the Liv Morgan WWE tried to build. This is the one she built herself. Liv Morgan's rise to the top of WWE started in backyard rings in a Hooters restaurant. Naomi, Charlotte Flair, and Natalya, making it clear they weren't just filler. The chemistry kept them together longer than planned. Ruby Riott later admitted that WWE never had a long-term plan for them, but Vince McMahon liked the energy. That's all it took. They lasted until 2019 before WWE split them, and just like that, Morgan was on her own. WWE tried. They gave her video vignettes. They teased a new character. They had her interrupt Lana and Bobby Lashley's wedding to say she'd been having an affair with Lana. And then, nothing. Naomi, Charlotte Flair, and Natalya, making it clear they weren't just filler. The chemistry kept them together longer than planned. Ruby Riott later admitted that WWE never had a long-term plan for them, but Vince McMahon liked the energy. That's all it took. They lasted until 2019 before WWE split them, and just like that, Morgan was on her own. WWE tried. They gave her video vignettes. They teased a new character. They had her interrupt Lana and Bobby Lashley's wedding to say she'd been having an affair with Lana. And then, nothing. Rusev, now AEW's Miro, later revealed that WWE only wrote the segment for one moment, to get a reaction. No long-term story, no follow-up, just shock value. After that, WWE threw her back with Ruby Riott and called it the Riott Squad again. It lasted a year before WWE fired Riott. Morgan was alone again, but this time, WWE actually pulled the trigger. She won Money in the Bank in 2022, cashed in the same night, beat Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It was a huge moment. But the reign itself, a mess. WWE booked her weak. At SummerSlam, she technically tapped to Ronda Rousey's armbar, but the ref counted Rousey's shoulders down. The crowd turned on her. By Extreme Rules, Rousey took the belt back. She pivoted to tag teams, won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships with Raquel Rodriguez twice, got injured twice, and disappeared. After that, WWE threw her back with Ruby Riott and called it the Riott Squad again. It lasted a year before WWE fired Riott. Morgan was alone again, but this time, WWE actually pulled the trigger. She won Money in the Bank in 2022, cashed in the same night, beat Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It was a huge moment. But the reign itself, a mess. WWE booked her weak. At SummerSlam, she technically tapped to Ronda Rousey's armbar, but the ref counted Rousey's shoulders down. The crowd turned on her. By Extreme Rules, Rousey took the belt back. She pivoted to tag teams, won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships with Raquel Rodriguez twice, got injured twice, and disappeared. Liv Morgan's return at the 2024 Royal Rumble was big. She entered last at number 30, made it to the final two, and lost to Bayley. Then she lost again at Elimination Chamber, eating the pin from Becky Lynch. But instead of fading back into the background, she did something WWE didn't expect. She made herself the story. She went after Rhea Ripley. No match, no build-up, Just a steel chair and an injury that ended up being very real. Ripley had to vacate the Women's World Championship, and when WWE booked a battle royal for the vacant title, Morgan almost won, but Lynch got her again. Then King and Queen of the Ring happened. Dominik Mysterio, accidentally, helped Liv Morgan win. Suddenly, she was Women's World Champion. Since then, she's been wrecking Mysterio's life. She kissed him after he cost Becky Lynch a rematch. She stole his vest. She gave him a hotel room key. Judgment Day is losing their minds. Mysterio looks like he's trying to resist, but is he? Or is WWE slowly setting up the biggest betrayal in months? The best part, nobody knows. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, trauma bonding. With fellow WWE star following Raw, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan bonded over trauma with a fellow WWE star following Raw. The Judgment Day stars are the reigning women's tag team champions and won the title by defeating Bianca Belair and Naomi last month. The company is currently on its Europe tour, and its next stop is Italy. Following last night's Raw in Belgium, women's tag team champions and Kathy Kelly are currently in Rimini, Italy, where they did laundry but couldn't find a cab afterward. Kelly revealed that they had 2 taxis cancelled on them, and they were bonding through trauma. Morgan then admitted that she does not feel more bonded to the backstage interviewer, and Kelly humorously responded by claiming she was only walking with the Judgment Day stars so she didn't get kidnapped. True trauma bonding experience, walking in the cold, had 2 taxis canceling on us, Kathy Kelly said. I don't feel more bonded to you though, Morgan replied. The only reason I'm going back with you guys is because I don't want to get kidnapped, Kelly added. Liv Morgan interrupted an interview with Jade Cargill this past Friday night on WWE SmackDown. The 2 stars will be squaring off in a singles match this week on the Blue brand. Former WWE star reveals she would like to battle Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. WWE legend Layla recently disclosed that she would love to return to the company to battle women's tag team champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Layla used to be in a popular tag team with Michelle McCool, and the duo was known as Laycool. In an interview with Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour, the former women's champion was asked who she would like to square off against on today's roster. She named Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez as potential opponents for Laycool. I would love to face Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I would because I think that would be a good match. But you know what, even Liv and Raquel, even that, it would be hilarious. I think Laycool could make it work with any of the girls right now in the tag team division if that's something that they would ever want to do. I think it would work. We'd make it work, how about that? We'd make it work, she said. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are in their 3rd reign as women's tag team champions. It will be interesting to see if the Judgment Day stars defend the title next month at WWE WrestleMania 41. Liv Morgan shares Judgment Day update without key member Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are the reigning women's tag team champions and Dominik Mysterio is her boyfriend. JD McDonough is currently absent from television but surprisingly remains on Liv's good side. But what about Finn Balor? On Raw, Finn Balor locked horns with Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker in an attempt to win the prestigious belt. However, the Prince failed. Dirty Dom interfered in his favor, but Mysterio inadvertently cost Balor's chances when he delayed the former Universal Champion from capitalizing on the situation. Taking to Instagram, Liv Morgan shared a snap with Raquel Rodriguez. They were standing in front of a graffiti-filled wall. Each member of the Judgment Day was mentioned on the wall, with Balor and Carlito being excluded. While the former United States champion has always been portrayed as an outsider in the group, Finn Balor is the oldest remaining member. The former Universal Champion has been at odds with Dirty Dom of late, but the latter has made attempts to work things out. However, after Balor's loss to Breaker and Mysterio's involvement, could an implosion be on the way? The Judgment Day may be out of the Intercontinental Championship picture for now, as Penta stopped their attack on Braun Breaker post-match. Breaker and Penta stood face-to-face to end the show, potentially foreshadowing a title match at Allegiant Stadium in Las